morning, everyone. All right, we will get started in a minute, just seated on the mat, however is comfortable for you. We're going to do some breathing exercises at first, so it might be nice to have some Kleenex depending on how your day is going, how your morning is going, how your nose is going. So if you want to grab that, you can. If you have something comfy on, it's going to be a pretty gentle flow. So you can wear socks if you want. I'm going to really try and focus on warmth. I'll give you like 30 seconds to grab some stuff, no rush, and we'll get started in a bit. All right. So whenever you're ready, find a seat. You already showed up. You already woke up. Good job. So just find a nice, comfortable seat and let yourself settle into it with a bit of movement. Maybe getting the arms, the wrists involved, shoulders, settling into what feels good here, starting to bring your gaze towards the ground and maybe closing the eyes all the way. Working your spine straight, working the crown of your head towards the sky. Imagining a wall behind you, supporting you for this tall, proud posture. And at the same time, relax your muscles. So we're striving for as tall of a seat as is comfortable for our body today. And bring both hands onto the low belly as you deepen your breath. Really feeling that low belly expand and contract. And you can see if you sense the breath creeping up into the chest, into the shoulders. And as you're breathing deeper and deeper into the belly, notice if any thoughts are arising. If there's a lot of them, just let them come and go just with the breath. And if they're of a similar genre, similar pattern, just take note of that and let them fall away. When we tap into the belly breath, kind of inherently slow our breathing down because it takes the longest for our breath to get into the belly. And we often hold a lot of tension in our bellies, maybe because we're trying to stay up straight or, look fit or something. So our bellies are important things to give love and attention to and to feed this breath. The flow today will focus on techniques, tools for slowing down, for relaxing, and for warming oneself as we get colder in seasons. These tools are going to help us move with ease through the season changes. Take a couple more breaths into the belly. Feeling your full body take in the breath after the belly is full. Full expansive belly, and then the rib cage, the chest, shoulders. your hands just release. We'll take a couple of easy, free breaths to set an intention for the class. Letting a word or phrase come to mind that you feel that you're seeking, or that is your North Star. And then with some ease, you can slowly open your eyes. We're going to take this first warming breath whenever you're ready. We're focusing on the belly because this one is the breath of fire. So we're going to be exhaling through our nose and inhaling through our nose, but you don't really experience the inhale as being effortful. You experience this exhale with the belly pushing in. So hopefully you can hear me exhaling through my nose. And as I do so, my breath comes out, and it's really from this pressure in my belly. So practice that with your hands on your belly, using the contraction in your abdomen to exhale the air out of your nose. And take a couple slow ones. And notice when you contract all the air out, it sort of naturally comes back in as your belly expands. And once you feel that in your belly, that you're pushing in, and you shouldn't really hear any sound with your throat. It should just be breath coming out of your nose. You can start to speed it up a little bit. It's okay if it's not perfect. We won't be doing it for very long, but this exhalation-inhalation cycle gets rid of stale air and brings in new air. And the speed with which we're able to do it, just the consistency of it, brings warmth into our body. So we're going to sit here for about 20-30 seconds and just trying this breath and repetition. You can be slow if this is your first time, but start to find some rhythm with it. A bit longer here, and as you continue, feel the muscles in your face relax. The last moment here, play around with speeding up a bit if it feels right. And this last breath, take a big breath in, the biggest you've taken so far, and hold it at the top. Holding it here for a moment, maybe closing the eyes. And with slow pursed lips, exhaling, closing the eyes. Noticing if the temperature of the body has changed. If the texture of the mind has changed. You can slowly blink the eyes open or keep them closed. We're just going to switch whichever foot is in front of you for now. We're just going to take a side bend. So bring your left hand to the earth. Inhale your right fingertips up high. And fold over or just bend over to the left. Feeling that stretch in your right side body. Breathing deep into that right side. Feeling the belly expand as much as it can. Feeling the belly contract on the exhale. A little deeper, letting the inhale float you back up. Rain your right fingertips back down. Inhale, left fingertips up. And bending over on your exhale. Same here, feeling the inhale. And as you expand, feel your chest kind of circle up towards the sky. Exhale to move a little deeper. Inhale back to center. Bring the left fingertips down, bring the right fingertips onto your left knee as you inhale to twist a bit and bring your spine up nice and tall. And as you exhale, feel the belly contract, move a little deeper in, maybe the neck gets a little involved. We'll stay here for one more nice full breath in feeling where the breath has space. And exhaling out all the air, feeling a little bit of a natural depth with a twist on this exhale. Inhaling back to center, gently replace your right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee this time. And settling into the pace of your own breath, inhaling to get tall, exhaling to move deeper. And closing your eyes for this next full breath. Noticing where the breath is, and on your next inhale, floating your body back to center, bringing 10 fingertips up to the sky on your inhale. On your exhale, walking the hands out in front of you, just taking this nice forward fold. Let the head hang. Take the head side to side. You can make a pillow with your hands. Take a couple breaths, breathing into the hips here. Letting your inhale float you back up, taking your time, keeping your chin tucked into your chest as you walk the hands back. The neck comes up last. We'll take it onto our hands and knees, nice and slow, feeling all the joints as you move. Finding a nice tabletop here. You're going to feel the stability in this neutral table. So keeping your knees, moving your knees right under your hips, feeling this 90-degree angle, all these 90-degree angles, wrists under the shoulders, and making the spine as straight as you can. So that might mean tucking the tailbone under a little bit, almost feeling as if you're rounding the spine. Just going to stay here for a couple of breaths, really engaged. So imagining the legs drawing in towards one another, imagining the hands drawing away from one another. And tucking the belly button in towards the spine, tucking the chin under slightly, starting to build a bit of fire, a bit of heat in the body. You can bring in an ujjayi breath. That's where you kind of experience the sound of the ocean in the back of your throat. Breathing in and out through your nose. It sounds as though you're sighing. And on your next inhale, you can relax the belly, drop the belly down low. Opening up the chest, taking some cat-cows. Exhale to round the spine, really get all of the air out on this exhale. Pushing the shoulders away. And taking a few at your own pace, whatever feels good this morning. It might be nice and slow. You might take even 2 breaths on each movement. It might be fast. Just welcome what you're working with. And try to let the breath guide you. And maybe at the bottom of the inhale, I guess the top of the inhale. And on your exhale, gazing over at your right hip, bringing your right hip over to meet your eyes, meet your gaze, finding the stretch in the left body, inhaling back to center, and exhaling over to the other side, gazing over the left shoulder, the left hip comes out to meet it, back to center. You're going to try that an opposite way, so bringing your hips over to the left to begin with, and gazing over your right shoulder. Feeling a nice big stretch on an inhale, exhaling back to center, Inhaling the hips over to the right, gaze over to the left. Exhaling back to center, just getting a little curious with our bodies. A couple more movements that feel right before we move into our next section. If there's something else you'd like to get from this tabletop position, a child's pose, a couple more cat-cows. If you're ready, we'll step the right foot up in between the hands, feeling this nice low lunge coming up onto the fingertips. How much the chest can raise, really feeling the chest opening here, taking a big breath in, feeling the belly expand, big breath out, feeling the hips relax. Inhale, straighten that front leg, bring the toes up to reach the sky, waking up the hamstrings for a big round of breath. Sitting that right hip back. And the bottom of the exhale helps your knee bend. Right back up, planting the right hand. A nice sweet twist, inhaling right fingertips. Planting left hand, inhaling right fingertips up to the sky. And let this exhale bring your twist a little deeper. And on the inhale, bring the fingertips towards the front of the room. And exhale down towards the mat. Bringing the knee back, tabletop position. Noticing if anything has changed in the body and the mind. And then stepping that left foot up, the other foot. Feeling this nice lunge. Coming up onto the fingertips and feeling the chest open. Big breath in, finding the belly, feeling that full belly breath. And exhaling, noticing the breath coming in, out, the body coming down. And on your inhale, straightening the front leg, flexing the toes. Finding a full breath here, a new side of the body. Bending that left hip back a little more on the exhale. On the bottom of the exhale, bending that left knee again, planting the right hand. Inhale, touch fingertips up. Little twist, exhale to get a little deeper. Maybe gaze at the fingertips. Say hello to yourself. On your inhale, bring the fingertips towards the front of your mat. And exhale down and around a nice big circle. And you can step the left knee back. Bring the knees wide. We'll come take a child's pose. Getting into the heels, walking the hands out in front of you. Letting the forehead rest on the earth. And right here, our knees are wide. You can breathe deep into that belly. Breathe deep into the shoulders. Breathe deep into the mind. Let your exhales take out any heaviness that you're carrying in any parts of your body. Taking that last exhale, gazing up as you inhale, shifting the hips forward into the tabletop pose. Coming to one of our only downward facing dogs, stepping the hands out in front of you a bit, about a hand's distance ahead of where they were, tucking the toes under, and sending the hips up into a nice downward facing dog. Taking a moment to familiarize yourself with your body, with your mat today. Walking out the dog, bending one knee and the other. And breathing deep as the neck is long, the head is heavy, no tension there. You're feeling all 10 fingers engaged in the mat. And Breathing deep. Coming back into stillness. One nice big breath in, and sigh it out. You inhale, gaze in between your hands, and slowly walk the feet up. Meet the hands. Coming up into a halfway lift. Feel that long spine. And exhale. Fold forward, hugging the knees. Bend the knees. Let your belly press into the thighs. Let your head hang. Maybe take a breath out through the mouth. And then with such slowness, start to roll up, keeping the chin tucked in towards the chest. Feeling each vertebra stack on top of the other. Slowly coming up, all the way to standing, letting the neck have its own journey upward. And then inhaling, 10 fingers to the sky. Bringing the palms through heart center and all the way down alongside the body. Stay here in Tadasana for a moment. Closing the eyes, feeling the feet rooted right underneath the hip joint. Feeling the fingers reaching down towards the earth. Close the eyes. And on your inhale, reach 10 fingers to the sky once again. This time we're just going to stay here, lifting our bodies up, up, up. So not exactly all in the shoulders, but feel your abdomen expanding upwards. Feel your legs reaching upwards. With your exhales, feeling the abdomen contract, feeling just a length in your whole body. Feeling the crown of your head reaching upwards, the chin even tucked in a bit. Taking one more big breath in. And on the exhale, just twisting the body over to the left, just the upper body. Inhale back to center. Reaching up and twisting the body over to the right. Inhaling back to center. Flipping the palms away from one another and bringing the arms down alongside the body to a nice T, as if there's a wall on either side of you. You're pushing away. Staying here for a breath, breathing into the forearms. And exhaling to release the arms down alongside the body. Relaxing the body, maybe walking out from side to side. Finding the top of your mat. Once again, we'll take a nice gentle sun salutation. Finding your Tadasana, finding your grounding. Relaxing the shoulders. And setting an intention to move with your breath. And move with a beginner's mind. This first time you're exploring these shapes with your body. Exhaling all the air out, feeling the belly button lift towards the spine. Inhale, sweep the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant 10 fingers, both hands on the earth, stepping back, top of the plank pose. Making your choice, lowering down through towards the ground, either knees on the ground or not. Inhaling, just lifting up the chest, baby cobra. Exhaling, moving the body through the top to downward facing dog. Exhaling all the breath out. Inhaling, coming up on the toes, gazing forward, stepping forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Rolling all the way up on a nice full inhale. And fingers to the sky. Palms through heart center. And down alongside the body. We'll end our standing postures with a warrior two, stepping the right foot back about as long as your arms. Toes are facing the long side of your mat, right toes long side of the mat, left toes short side of the mat, bending in that front knee. Keeping both hands on your hips to square out towards the long side of your mat as much as possible. And then sinking in, bringing the hands wide to a T. Sinking into that front knee. Be here for 2 more breaths. Feeling the feet hug in towards one another. So we're going to get stability in our base. Feeling the shoulders relax. Sinking a bit deeper on that next exhale. And then with such grace, coming back to center, straightening that front knee and stepping up. We'll take it on the other side, stepping the left foot back. Squaring off to the mat. And then bending that knee. Taking your time to adjust. Hugging the feet in towards one another as you bring the arms out to a T. Sinking into the side. Relaxing the shoulders. Feeling the strength in the low body. Noticing if your body is shaking, is speaking to you, and is getting warmer. One last breath to sink a little deeper. And inhaling to straighten the front legs and bring the feet to meet at the top of the mat. Inhaling, bring the arms up high. Exhaling, fold forward. Beautiful halfway lift. And here we'll just bend the knees, come sit onto the mat. Feet on the earth, knees bent. And right away, lift your feet up off the earth for a little boat pose. Be here for a few breaths. You can start with the hands behind the thighs. You can bring the hands out, not holding onto the thighs. You can even straighten the legs. Feel a little shake. We're only here to build this heat. Don't get too stressed. You can always bring the hands behind the thighs. Notice if your shoulders are tensing up. Notice if your jaw is clenching. Notice what tension is growing in your body, aside from this strength in the belly. Close your eyes. Maybe lower the legs a little deeper, a little lower. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, lower halfway to the earth, hovering above the ground. Exhale, almost all the way to the ground. On your next exhale, coming all the way onto the earth. Hugging the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. The knees fall over to the right, bring the arms out to a T or full post arms, 90-degree angles. Letting the head fall to the opposite side. Starting to unwind. And start to sigh out through the mouth. Noticing where your mind starts to go. Just bringing it back to the breath. Inhaling, you bring the head back to center, float the knees back to center, and let them fall over to the opposite side. Honoring and acknowledging these shifts. Just getting curious. The head moves to the opposite side. Getting curious about the subtleties. There are so many things changing around us and that can captivate our attention. There's also a lot changing within us. That we have a deeper relationship to be a part of. Inhaling the knees back to center. Hugging them into the chest. Bringing your nose, bringing your forehead up to greet the knees. Giving yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for showing up. Making it all the way through. Let your legs be wide. The outer edges of your mat. Let your arms be wide, coming into Shavasana, the corpse pose. After a nice gentle flow, you can take a nice big breath in, filling up your belly, filling up the sides of your ribs, filling up the chest. Just sighing it all out. And taking one more. Letting the eyes close. Letting the body be still. Start to bring awareness into the soles of the feet. Noticing any sensations here. From the heel all the way to the toes. Just allowing those sensations to be. Noticing the smallest sensation. Tuning into and releasing control of our internal rhythm in the toes. The tops of the feet. Ankles. Just feeling each foot. Being aware of each foot. Letting them relax. With that same gentle awareness, moving up through the calves, kneecaps, through the thighs, into the hips, the pelvis. Breathing and letting go. Sending awareness through the spine. From the base all the way through to the neck. And sending that loving awareness to the low belly. Noticing how the body responds when we relax different parts. Sending awareness to the mid-belly, rib cage, chest, letting the sensations that are there arise in your awareness, letting them be or releasing them on your exhale, bringing awareness into the shoulders, down the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the palm of the hand, and all the fingers. Bringing awareness now to the throat, the full neck, letting all these muscles release, sending awareness through the chin, lips, cheeks, ears, temples, feeling the eyes relax, the eye socket, the forehead, releasing, the crown of the head, finally imagining an orb of light hovering right above the crown of your head, just like an extension of your body. Resting with this visualization as you feel the body heavy, and as you inhale, start to visualize that orb growing, slowly growing to encompass your whole body. Each inhale helping you visualize it move around the arms, legs, covering the whole body. And with this light surrounding you, bring awareness into your heart space. Become in touch with the intention you set at the beginning of class. Taking these last few breaths to be completely here. Stopping all visualization, deepening the breath. Waking up the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Taking a nice big stretch. Maybe giving yourself a nice hug or a shoulder massage. Waking back up. Eventually hugging the knees into the chest. Letting your body fall over to your favorite side. Using your bicep as a pillow. Taking just a moment here before gently, with your eyes closed, working your way up to a seat. Finding that tall posture, bringing the palms together at the heart, bowing the head slightly, honoring yourself, looking inward, expressing gratitude. Taking that gratitude now, sharing it with all those practicing alongside us in this moment. Feeling that sense of community, togetherness, near and far. And finally, feeling that gratitude extend out to our community of beings in this world, to the world itself, to nature, to the stars, to the biggest concept you can fathom right now. The divine light that is within all things, that is within me, bows to and honors that same light that is within you. Namaste.